Environment and climate change. The environment is not just the world outside. It is the very space that allows us to live, grow, and thrive as human beings. Every breath we take, every bite of food we eat, and every drop of water we drink comes from the environment. However, despite being so dependent on nature, many people continue to harm it through careless actions. Pollution, deforestation, and the overuse of resources are some of the ways we are damaging our only home. One of the most dangerous results of this damage is climate change, which is affecting all living creatures, not just humans. Climate change is not just about temperature. It's about survival, fairness, and the future. This problem has become too serious to ignore, and it needs attention from everyone, young and old, rich and poor, individuals and governments. In this essay, we will explore what climate change is, why it matters, and most importantly, what each of us can do to help. Because when it comes to saving the Earth, every action matters, and the good news is we still have time. Climate change is the long-term change in average weather patterns that define Earth's local, regional, and global climates. While Earth's climate has changed naturally over millions of years, the current rate of change is much faster than usual, and this time, human actions are the main cause. Activities like burning coal, oil, and gas release gases called greenhouse gases into the air. These gases trap heat, causing the Earth's temperature to rise, a process known as global warming. But climate change is not only about heat. It leads to stronger storms, longer droughts, rising sea levels, and more wildfires. These changes can destroy homes, hurt the economy, and even cause people to move from their countries. Plants and animals are also suffering because they cannot adapt quickly enough. The truth is, climate change affects everyone, everywhere. That is why it is not just a scientific issue, but also a human and moral issue. We all live on the same planet, and we all have the same responsibility to protect it. Around the world, we are already seeing the harmful effects of climate change. In some places, it hardly rains anymore, so crops cannot grow, and people go hungry. In other places, there are too many storms and floods, destroying houses and schools. In the Arctic, the ice is melting fast, which is dangerous for polar bears and other animals that live there. On small islands, the sea level is rising so much that people are afraid their homes will disappear underwater. Even in big cities, climate change is making the air dirty and unhealthy to breathe. Many children and elderly people are getting sick because of heat waves and pollution. Farmers are losing their income, and families are being forced to leave their homes. Climate change is no longer a problem for the future. It is happening right now. And sadly, it often hurts the poorest people the most, even though they cause the least damage. We must take this seriously and act with kindness, intelligence, and courage. Sometimes people think that the problem is too big and that one person cannot make a difference. But that is not true at all. Small actions, when repeated by millions of people, can lead to big changes. For example, turning off the lights when we leave a room saves energy. Using reusable bags instead of plastic ones reduces waste. Walking or biking instead of driving cuts down pollution. Choosing to eat less meat helps reduce the environmental cost of food production. Planting a tree adds beauty to the world and helps clean the air. Speaking up and sharing what we know about the environment can inspire others to act too. Every time we make a better choice, we show that we care about our future. It is not about being perfect. It is about being aware. So yes, one person can make a big difference, especially when that person inspires others to do the same. Education is one of the most powerful tools in the fight against climate change. When people understand the problem, they are more likely to take action. That is why schools, families, and media must teach people about how nature works and how to protect it. Children should learn from a young age that the earth is not just a place to use, it is a living system we are part of. In school, students can do projects on recycling, saving water, or planting trees. Teachers can organize cleanup days or nature walks. Outside school, documentaries, books, and the internet are also great ways to learn. The more we know, the more we care, and the more we care, the more we act. Education gives us the confidence to speak up, to vote wisely, and to demand better laws for the planet. Learning is the first step to changing the world, and it is something everyone can do. While individual actions matter, the biggest changes often come from governments. Leaders have the power to make laws that protect nature and reduce pollution. For example, they can make rules about using clean energy instead of fossil fuels. They can also protect forests and stop companies from cutting down too many trees. Leaders can build better public transportation systems so people don't have to use cars all the time. They can also help poor communities by giving them tools and support to adapt to climate changes. Most importantly, governments should work together because climate change does not stop at borders. International agreements, like the Paris Agreement, help countries set goals and share ideas. But for these plans to work, people need to trust and support their leaders. So, as citizens, we must vote for those who respect the planet and hold them accountable. Good leadership can turn hope into reality. Climate change may be the greatest challenge of our time, but it is also an opportunity for us to grow, to learn, and to become better caretakers of the planet we call home. The situation is serious, but it is not hopeless. Across the world, millions of people are already taking action, from school students planting trees in their neighborhoods to scientists developing clean energy solutions. This shows that change is possible, and that the future is not something we simply wait for, it is something we help create. We must remember that protecting the environment is not just a responsibility for governments or big organizations. It is something each of us can do. Our actions, no matter how small, have power. Every time we choose to walk instead of drive, to recycle instead of throw away, to learn instead of ignore, we are making a difference. The earth has given us everything, now it is our turn to give something back. Let's not wait for others to act first. Let us be the first to act. Let us be the voices of change in our families, in our schools, in our cities. Let us inspire others to care as we do. And let us dream of a world where forests are green, oceans are clean, and the air is fresh for every living thing. That dream begins today with you, with me, with all of us together. So, the next time someone asks, "What can I do about climate change?" you can smile and say, "Everything begins with one step and I've already taken mine."